morning everyone, I'm back and I'm going to do jewelry because I keep getting a lot of people asking me, what do you do with all those swipes? So I've made a couple of videos before where I show you how I cut this out with the Brother Scan and Cut. So if you want to see that, all you have to do is search my channel and put in Scan and Cut. Now these are swipes I did a while back. I took off the backing of the photo paper. That's important. This is the photo paper I use. As you can see there, Kodak Extra Life. That's the paper I use because it is totally waterproof. It stays flat, as you can see here, nice and flat. But what I do is I take off the back. Now it's a little bit of a pain to get that off, but what I do is take a knife and put it here in the corner somewhere and try to get a start. Once you get a start, it's not so bad, but as you can see, this is a lot of work. And it's just really tedious until you get a start. There it is, a little start. And then you can peel it off. See that? And as you can see, there's plastic on there. So that's gone. And now you can tear it. But the top is also waterproof. So that's why it stays flat. Now, if I were not to take off the back, this is a new piece with the backing. As you can see, it's really impossible to get a good tear. This is a cool way to get off the back. Okay, so I've already taken that off, and then I need a really good glue to glue them in. And the thing is that sometimes we don't really pay attention to what we're using. Had to get a little brush there. Sometimes we don't pay attention to what we're using, and that usually forms a little problem. What this is it's contact glue. So what you want to do is you want to put it all over. Make sure you get it in the rims, in the sides there. And these are really cheap little brushes. What I usually do is I order them on AliExpress or Wish. You get like 20 of them for $1, something like that. So that's easy to spread out the glue on the back, and then when you're finished with it, you can just throw out the brush because, you know, they cost next to nothing. But what I would normally do is do a whole series of these before I throw out the brush. Now I'm putting them in there and making sure that it is really tightly put in, because what you don't want is air under these under this bit here, because when you put resin on top and you have air underneath, it will cause the bubbles to pop up. So that's about it. Oh, that one's pretty dry. Let's see. Gotta be a little bit quicker here because this is already drying up. And we really need it to stick. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do because I've been doing these for quite some time. And the problems that I've come across, that's just experience, you know. Like I'm telling you about the, let's see, this way up. like I'm telling you about the air bubbles. Well, there's a couple of other things that you want to take care of when you do this. But let's just do this first. So what I usually do is go all the way around the edges, like that. Okie dokie. Now, I'm going to let this dry out in the sun because we're having a little bit of sunshine at the moment. And I'll be right back with the rest. Okay, and they've been in the sun for a while now, and they're totally glued down. Now what I do is take pure alcohol. This is pure alcohol, 96%, and it does come off a little, but I do this because I want it to be totally clean. Then I take transparent gloss glaze medium, but you can do this with almost anything that just, you know, dries. I put that in the brush. I am going to put down some of this really pretty holographic glitter, and just here and there we're going to put a little bit on there, and I'm making sure that it's really in the middle of the cell. And I'm making sure that I don't catch the lines, because we like the lines of the cells, they make it pretty. A little one up here, a little bit down there. Just add it to what suits you. Because I do think when you're doing jewelry, just a little bit of this will give it that little extra. When you're wearing it outside, the sun will catch it, and it'll give you just that little bit more of interest. Let's see if I can show you what it looks like. See that? Just a little bit, not too much. I'm trying to do this a little faster because you're waiting for it, but I think you get the idea. And I have to let this dry before I do my next layer, but this is what I use. Alcohol. Yes. So that's it. I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, we're back, and this has dried, and I'm using the UV resin, which I'll just pour on here in the middle, and it will level out all by itself. There it is, nice and level. But what we do want to do is, with the toothpick, we want to have it totally touching the sides, because that's important. So I'm sort of tilting it like we do with our paintings, and making sure that it's touching the side of the setting. Now we're not going for a dome, because I think these are too big to have it domed. All we want is a nice smooth coverage, and we want the sides to be touched so that it is totally encapsulated in this resin. I see here a little bit where it doesn't touch. Let's see if it does it by itself. Yeah. Okay, so that is about ready. This one, we're going to help this one along a little bit too. I think this one needs a little bit more, so to see. And a little bit down here. So we're going to let it go up and down and all sides, making sure that it's going to touch the setting all around. There it is. You have to be careful that it doesn't go over, because once it does go over, it's like a force of nature. It sort of pulls it all over. So this is it. Let me check one more time. Oh no, I see it. Whoops. I think this one might need a little bit of help. Now what you do is just touch the side that it touches the setting. Now it's done. Now I'm going to take a piece of cardboard. Let me see if I have a piece of cardboard. Yes, I do. So what we do is just cut a piece of cardboard like that. And I'm going to put these on top. Like that. I'm going to give it one more check. I see absolutely no bubbles, so that's good. Slip it into my little thingy-majingy. Now the timer is working, and I'm going to give it 120 seconds. That's a long time. But it's going to cure, so that's it. And of course, if it's not totally smooth like we really want it, you can always put on a second layer. But as for now, I'm just hoping that it's going to be enough. So I'll just stop the video for a bit and be right back.